The topic of network optimization has received a lot of attention recently, driven by not only COVID, but also all the geopolitics, the changes in cost driven by inflation, and the growing complexity of global businesses. And so what we found is that the best results are achieved in moving from what we call a pure sort of siloed-based look to more of a value chain approach. Value chain optimization, meaning that it's looking end-to-end at a supply chain network, all the way from what relationship you might have with suppliers. Relationships, I mean, including the contract, for example, that you might have through the inbound logistics, multi-level manufacturing, inventory outbound logistics, and even the contracts that people have with customers or customer segments, so that the whole end-to-end can be understood. And then layered on top of that, a couple of things that are crucial. One is the understanding of the financial outcomes, so that you can look at the trade-off between, say, a service level or an availability or a risk, and the impact of that on the P&L, or on cash flow or working capital or any of those metrics that are important to the business. The second one of those two that are important to add is sustainability. Increasingly, people are realizing it's very important for businesses to achieve not only carbon emission targets, but also the use of water, the generation of waste, the production of plastics or consumption of plastics, and other things. And those are things that are consumed and generated throughout the value chain. And so as people try to achieve certain targets, understand the cost and the ability to reach them, it's very important that the value chain representation is able to include that. Once you have this full representation of the business, then you can run scenarios, be it one scenario at a time, or Monte Carlo type scenarios that help you understand the impact of variability, risk, unexpected events, and also map out the trade-offs between the different objectives the business has, whether they're, as we said earlier, operational in nature, such as maximizing your capacity utilization, minimizing inventory, maximizing service level, financial in nature around the NPV, cash flow, profitability, or sustainability.